The most asked question I get in my DMs on Instagram, Facebook, even LinkedIn is, how much does it cost to buy a house? Fellow Michiganders, my name is Orlando Herrera with OHMIRealEstate, brokered by eXp Realty. And in today's video, I'm going to start to explain to you guys the cost associated with purchasing your first home. Now I know this stuff sounds like rocket science, so I will not be offended if you skip through this video and just hit the save button for a time that you'll need this. The reason I say start is because I can't give you a straight answer on that. You see, it varies. There are so many factors that play into your monthly payment, your closing costs, what your down payment's gonna be. And so what I will do for you guys is I'm gonna start with the basics. I'm gonna break down what goes into a monthly payment. What are your closing costs, or what can you expect? And then moving forward, I'll have a series of videos where I pull an MLS listing and I go through it just like I would with my clients. And I break down all of the costs and give you an estimate of what we'd be looking at the closing table. First, let's start with a monthly payment. Now, I suggest everyone out there, if you're thinking about buying a house, sit down and figure out what you'd be comfortable spending on a monthly basis. Do this because as you start house shopping, you're going to find houses that tempt you to go over that number. So I'm sure everyone has heard of this before, but if not, PITI stands for principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Your principal and interest all depend on the price you purchase at, how much you put down, and what interest rate you get. Now, if you already set a goal for what you want your monthly payment to be, you can then figure out where you need to be shopping at and how much you need to be putting down. And now we have taxes. So every property you go out to see in the listing is going to have an annual tax rate. But there's two things I want you guys to look out for. Is it homestead? Homestead means that the owner of that property still lives in that property. If they don't live in that property, whatever that annual tax rate is, you can expect it to be lower for you. The second thing to look out for is how long has that owner lived in that house. You see, if they bought it in the 80s, the taxable value was assessed in the 80s. And of course, houses are worth a lot more now. So when that deed is switched over to you, it's going to be reassessed for today's taxable value. And on to the last I, we have insurance. Just like car insurance, you're going to call around and you're going to get 3 quotes. I highly suggest this. This is an area of the PITI that you can actually have control over. So even if you've already bought a house, call and get some quotes and see if you can get your monthly payment lowered. Lastly, we have PMI, Private Mortgage Insurance. And what this is insurance for the lender to ensure that you fulfill your obligation of paying off that loan. And how much PMI you pay depends on your credit score, or say you have a VA loan, you don't pay any PMI. But PMI is paid until you pay 20% of your loan off. So if you want to put a 20% down payment, you won't pay any PMI. I don't want you guys going into transactions blind and getting into the closing table with not enough money to purchase your dream house. And that's what this next video is going to be about. What you'll need to bring to the closing table to purchase a house and what factors play into that. For more real estate, action, education, and news, follow me on social media, where I bring nothing but value to your page.